Xiao Yan survives a near-fatal battle with an 8-star beast, then triggers a chain breakthrough while Xiao Yi devours the 9 profound golden thunder, evolving into a terrifying new power. I also share more audio content and updates on my website. Feel free to check the link in the description if you're interested. When the dried-up origin monarch kiss in his body filled up a little more, Xiao Yan held back the pain and stood up. He walked step by step to the place where the giant ape had fallen and looked at the dead giant ape. There was a fist-sized bloody hole in the giant ape's chest, and a large amount of blood flowed out. The spot where the giant ape had fallen was dyed black and red, and it gave off a pungent smell of blood. Xiao Yan let out a long breath. His left hand, which could still move slightly, was wrapped by the alien flame. He reached into the giant ape's chest and grabbed for a while. Xiao Yan's face revealed a slight joy. He then grabbed a fist-sized white monster core. I have to pay such a huge price for this. I still have to get this little reward. Xiao Yan's lips curved up slightly. He endured the pain all over his body and said to himself, "When we reach the city in the future, I think this 8-star devil beast's monster core can also be sold for some monarch crystals." After putting the demon core into the storage ring, Xiao Yan's frown became even more intense. Because of the bone-splitting pain that kept coming from his right hand, Xiao Yan gritted his teeth, and sweat continuously fell from his forehead. Not good if I don't heal my right hand. Now I'm afraid it will become useless in the future. Xiao Yan endured the heart-piercing pain. The heavenly phoenix wings on his back flapped, and he quickly left this place. In a small cave, Xiao Yan sat cross-legged. His left hand used a lot of effort to form a hand seal, and his right hand powerlessly fell to the ground. Xiao Yan closed his eyes, allowing the sweat that flowed down his face due to the pain. As he swallowed and spat some pure origin monarch, Qi entered Xiao Yan's body, making his pale face slightly better. When the situation outside his body improved a little, Xiao Yan looked inside his body and felt a little happy. The Qi recovery medicine pill that had been condensed in each of his meridians also quickly decomposed as the medicine pills entered his body. Finally, it merged into the origin monarch crystal in his dantian. At the same time, some of the damaged meridians also slowly recovered their vitality. The origin monarch qi that entered his body under the influence of the flame mantra slowly flowed into various parts of his body. Immediately, the meridians, bones, cells, and other parts of his body began to absorb crazily. With every absorption, the originally weak meridians shook slightly and slowly recovered at a speed that was not visible to the naked eye. It was this slight vibration that caused Xiao Yan to feel a trace of pain. Some life force returned to his body once again. A day passed unknowingly. When Xiao Yan opened his eyes again, a powerful aura erupted from his body. He could feel that his body had been filled with origin monarch qis. Xiao Yan was startled, and a joyful expression quickly filled his face. He had the ability to break through before the battle with the giant ape. Although he had been disturbed by the giant ape and had failed to break through, he still had the ability to break through. However, after a tough battle with the giant ape, the origin monarch qi in his body had been greatly condensed. This time he had directly skipped the peak of 6 stars and entered the strength of an early 7 stars expert. Early 7 stars, this was the strength of late fighting monarch. Originally, Xiao Yan thought that it would take at least 2 months to break through, but this time, it was a blessing in disguise, and he directly became a 7-star Do Emperor. One should know that the strength of a 7-star Do Emperor was several times stronger than a 6-star Dao Emperor. Because he had advanced to the 7-star Dao Sovereign Realm, Xiao Yan felt that the pain in his entire body had been reduced by a lot. However, his right hand, which had nearly broken half of his bones, still did not feel anything. After the initial joy, Xiao Yan helplessly sighed. After thinking for a while, he took out the medicine cauldron and inserted the glazed emperor flame. Xiao Yan closed his eyes and pondered for a moment. When he waved his left hand again, there were already dozens of herbs floating above the medicine cauldron. These were some medicinal herbs that Xiao Yan had taken during his usual cultivation. in the Fighting Qi continent. If these medicinal ingredients were used to refine a Tier 8 or even Tier 9 medicine pill, even if all the bones in his body were broken, it could still be repaired. Unfortunately, in this great world, there was simply no such possibility. Usually when a Tier 8 medicine pill had yet to take shape, it would explode from the origin monarch Qi in the air. Only a Tier 9 and above medicine pill could barely absorb a tyrannical origin monarch Qi. Bone-combining spirit, leaf-life origin monarch, Qi demon fruit and 3 leaves bone-restoring Ganoderma. These medicinal herbs are extremely rare in the Fighting Qi continent. Here they are actually everywhere. With a helpless smile, Xiao Yan waved his right hand, and dozens of herbs merged into the medicine cauldron. Then, under Xiao Yan's control, the glazed monarch flame began to burn rapidly, and a brilliant flame wrapped around the medicine cauldron. Xiao Yan closed his eyes tightly and used his soul force to closely observe the medicine cauldron. He knew everything that was happening inside the cauldron like the back of his hand. Within the medicine cauldron, the dozens of herbs quickly melted into a bright liquid under the burning of the alien flame. Under the control of Xiao Yan's soul, the liquid began to wiggle rapidly. Xiao Yan carefully observed everything within the cauldron. At the same time, his left hand also nimbly changed the hand techniques used to concoct the pill. With Xiao Yan's current strength, although he only used his left hand to refining a Tier 8 medicinal liquid was as easy as flipping his hand. In less than half an hour, a ball of light green liquid jumped out of the cauldron. Xiao Yan immediately grabbed through the air, and the light green liquid automatically split into nearly 40 pieces, entering the jade bottles on the ground. After putting the remaining jade bottles into the storage ring, Xiao Yan scattered the liquid from one of the jade bottles onto his right hand and used a jade piece to spread it evenly. Instantly, a comfortable feeling came from his left hand. Feeling the slight cool feeling from the place he applied it, Xiao Yan was also delighted in his heart. The effect of the bone recovery spirit liquid that was refined according to the bone recovery pill was indeed not bad. With this degree of recovery, it was estimated that it would only take a month to recover his right hand. After the matter of bone renewing was settled, Xiao Yan turned his attention to the Xiao Yi. Xiao Yan was extremely concerned about the Xiao Yi's injuries, even though he could still sense the existence of the Xiao Yi. Xiao Yan could clearly feel that the Xiao Yi was extremely weak right now. He looked into his mind and saw that when Xiao Yan sensed the Xiao Yi, the latter had turned into a weak flame that could be extinguished at any moment. It was slowly burning, and within this weak flame, a golden thunderbolt the size of a thumb was swimming slowly. Xiao Yan couldn't help but be stunned when he saw this scene. When did the Xiao Yi have such a lightning bolt in its body? Could it be that this is the profound dispelling golden thunder? When this thought appeared, Xiao Yan himself was startled. But after thinking about it carefully, there was a slight possibility that the 9 profound golden thunder had fused with the Xiao Yi when he killed 9 Nether Monarch's bug. After that, there was no trace of the 9 profound golden thunder. Perhaps it had entered the Xiao Yi's body. Although he had some guesses, Xiao Yan still felt uneasy. He had called the Xiao Yi in his heart several times, but there was no reply. Xiao Yan could only withdraw his worries. About 2 hours after Xiao Yan left the place where the giant ape had fallen, a human figure rushed over at an extremely fast speed. The distance of several hundred meters only lasted for a few breaths of time. When it reached the giant ape's side, the human figure that was running quickly stopped. It was a man with an extremely wild appearance. He was very tall, and the muscles on his arms were bulging. His upper body was exposed, and he wore a pair of exquisite leather pants. The man walked to the giant ape's side and took a look at him. He was silent for a moment. He mumbled, "This should be an early 8-star devil beast. Could it be that he killed it?" After a pause, the man looked at the bloody hole in the giant ape's chest. His eyes focused, and he squatted down to take a closer look. Then he looked around and muttered to himself, "There can't be any other humans here. There are only 2 of us in this area. Man Yun, when did you learn this monarch art?" After thinking for a moment, the man let out a cold laugh. He stood up and clenched his fists tightly, while a sinister look flashed across his eyes. He said in a ferocious manner, "Man Yun, you must die in this trial. I am the strongest in this generation of the northern barbarian imperial manor." Following the vicious words of the man, an aura that far exceeded the early 8-star realm erupted from his body. The powerful airflow caused the surrounding leaves to flutter without wind. After saying that, the man looked at the giant ape once again and sneered. His body moved and he rushed into the depths of the forest. Soon he was nowhere to be seen. In the depths of the forest, Xiao Yan's body was tightly pressed against the ground, holding his breath and not moving. It was only when a 9-star Do-D black bear slowly left Xiao Yan that he let out a sigh of relief. Seeing the black bear disappear from his sight, Xiao Yan quickly jumped up. Like a sensitive spiritual monkey, he quickly left this place. It had been several days since he defeated the giant ape. During this period of time, Xiao Yan had been carefully recovering from his injuries. When faced with some powerful devil beasts, he would either retreat quickly or hide his aura before he could retreat. It was best to avoid fighting with the devil beasts as much as possible. Xiao Yan did his best to recuperate, and his broken right hand quickly recovered. When he used up the second time, he had refined the bone-restoring spirit liquid. Xiao Yan finally felt his right hand once again recover to its original state. Not bad. Although I wasted so many days, it's still worth it. After stretching his right hand, which had not moved for a long time, he felt the same feeling as before. Xiao Yan could not help but feel delighted in his heart. These few days, the origin monarch Qi that has advanced to the early 7 stars fighting monarch has solidified, and its realm has also stabilized. Xiao Yan circulated the origin monarch Qi that filled his body, and his eyes flashed with a bright light as he said. As he spoke, he clenched his palm. When he opened his palm again, a white jade pearl that was a few times smaller had appeared in his hand. The jade pearl was filled with dense jade pearls. Just by holding it, Xiao Yan could feel the origin monarch Qi in his body stirring. He let out a light breath. A trace of fanaticism flashed across Xiao Yan's eyes. He didn't know what level he would reach if he absorbed all of these origin monarch Qis. After adjusting his state of mind, Xiao Yan calmed down his slightly excited mood and quickly entered into a state of cultivation. As time passed, the white jade bead in front of Xiao Yan seemed to have been summoned. It began to spin rapidly. Every time it spun, there would be a pure origin monarch Qi that separated from the jade pearl and entered Xiao Yan's body. The moment the origin monarch Qi entered his body, all the pores on Xiao Yan's body opened up, greedily absorbing the pure energy. The origin monarch Qi had yet to pass through all the meridians in Xiao Yan's body. It only shook slightly before disappearing without a trace. Xiao Yan was shocked, but he was not worried about the burning spell. He carefully sensed the direction of the origin monarch Qi. Soon Xiao Yan's mind sensed the Xiao Yi. At this moment, threads of pure origin monarch Qis entered the flame that the latter had transformed into. Each time they entered, the flame would tremble slightly. The flame seemed to have become a little stronger. Xiao Yan was overjoyed when he saw this. After the origin monarch Qi entered the flame, he could clearly sense that the Xiao Yi's injuries had recovered. Sensing this, Xiao Yan completely let go of his control over entering the origin monarch Qi, so that it could be absorbed by the Xiao Yi more smoothly. When the jade pearl shrunk by nearly half, the flame that the Xiao Yi had transformed into finally recovered its original strength. The flame turned into a lively Xiao Yi in a flash. Once the Xiao Yi appeared, its large eyes were filled with gratitude and warmth. Xiao Yan was also delighted. Just as he was about to pat the Xiao Yi's head, a sharp scream came from little Yi's mouth. Then the lightning mark on the Xiao Yi's chest seemed to have a life of its own. It started trembling rapidly. At the same time, the faint sound of thunder filled Xiao Yan's ears. Under Xiao Yan's astonished expression, the lightning mark turned into a small lightning dragon and left the Xiao Yi's body. Although the small lightning dragon was less than an inch in size, its entire body was covered with dragon scales. Its body was full of vigorous energy as if it was a real lightning dragon. At this moment, the latter was staring fixedly at the Xiao Yi. Its eyes were filled with fire, and a deep dragon's roar was continuously heard. When the Xiao Yi saw this, it let out a few yi-yi cries. Then its small body moved, and it turned into a beautiful flame. The flame burned intensely, and it rushed towards the small golden lightning dragon. The little lightning dragon let out a low roar. Its body instantly shot out countless tiny needle-like lightning bolts. Accompanied by a buzzing sound of thunder, they shot towards the rapidly approaching flame. As soon as the little lightning bolts came into contact with the flames, they melted like snow meeting boiling oil. In just a moment, the densely packed lightning needles were completely melted away. When the lightning needles disappeared, the small lightning dragon also let out a mournful cry. Its body also seemed to have shrunk a lot. However, the flame formed by the Xiao Yi also suffered quite a bit of damage. The flame was like a flower swaying in the wind and rain. Without waiting for the little lightning dragon to react, the Xiao Yi suddenly turned into a fire net and rushed forward. Before the little lightning dragon could react, it firmly wrapped around the latter. The little lightning dragon roared furiously. It struggled with unwillingness, and wisps of lightning swam around its body. The flames seemed to feel the little thunder dragon's struggle. Instantly, the flames burned even more intensely. Colorful flames continuously corroded the little thunder dragon's body. A hissing sound was heard. Within the fire net, the little lightning dragon continuously twisted its body. The roaring sound became smaller and smaller as the flame burned intensely. Its vigorous body also gradually became fainter and fainter, until it was directly burned by the flames into a liquid of lightning that looked like water, but not water. The liquid of lightning still emitted a thunderous sound within the flames, as if it was alive and moving. At the same time, the flames rapidly shrunk. It tightly wrapped around the liquid of lightning, and under Xiao Yan's disbelieving gaze, the flames and the liquid of lightning merged into one. The originally gorgeous color was gradually replaced by a single golden color. After that, the flame once again transformed into a Xiao Yi. The lightning mark on his chest had also disappeared without a trace. It seemed that his strength had increased by quite a bit. At this moment, the Xiao Yi's eyes were filled with endless joy. Seeing that the Xiao Yi was not injured, Xiao Yan impatiently voiced out the doubts in his heart. After some conversation, Xiao Yan finally understood. According to the Xiao Yi, ever since the 9 profound golden thunder fused with him and defeated 9 nether monarchs' bug, the 9 profound golden thunder's yuan qi had been greatly damaged. It had temporarily entered a state of rest and attached itself to the Xiao Yi's body. After Xiao Yan arrived in the great world, with the nourishment of a large number of origin monarch qis, the 9 profound golden thunder had gradually recovered its strength. However, because he had taken the initiative to attach himself to the Xiao Yi's body, he had not been able to shake it off. It was only when Xiao Yan fought the giant ape that the Xiao Yi consumed its source energy to kill the giant ape. This caused its own strength to be greatly reduced, and the 9 profound golden thunder took this opportunity to get rid of the Xiao Yi. When the Xiao Yi absorbed the origin monarch qi to recover, the 9 profound golden thunder had also gained a lot of benefits. After absorbing it, the 9 profound golden thunder impatiently separated from Xiao Yi's body. However, this 9 profound golden thunder was a little greedy. It wanted to devour the Xiao Yi to increase its strength, but in the end, it was swallowed by the Xiao Yi. After listening to Little Yi's narration, Xiao Yan could not help but take a closer look at the Xiao Yi. The latter seemed to be covered in a layer of scarlet golden light, and its petite body seemed to be even faster and more agile. According to the Xiao Yi, if he were to face that giant ape now. When Xiao Yan heard this, he secretly smacked his tongue. He estimated that the Xiao Yi's current strength had already reached the peak of 8 stars. After storing the Xiao Yi into his body and resting properly, Xiao Yan looked at the white jade bead in front of him. His eyes revealed some fanaticism as he mumbled, "The Xiao Yi's strength has increased so much. It's time for me to improve too." As he spoke, he placed his hands on his legs and formed hand seals, quietly cultivating. When night fell, The waning moon hung in the sky. The moonlight scattered across the earth like water, and from the depths of the forest came the terrifying roar of a beast. Suddenly, a powerful aura erupted from a cave. As soon as the aura was released, it withdrew, and then there was no longer any movement. After a while, Xiao Yan walked out of the cave and blew on the cool breeze that blew towards him. There was an unconcealable joy on his face. Late 8-star, Xiao Yan felt the vigorous and surging origin monarch qi in his body, and he couldn't help but frown. He originally thought that half of the energy absorbed by the Xiao Yi would be enough for him to advance to the 8-star level. He didn't expect that he would advance to the late 8-star level in one go. This saved him at least 4 to 5 months of time. Looking around, he saw the vast night sky. The giant tree that could reach into the clouds seemed even more serene and gloomy under the night sky. Looking at the boundless night sky, Xiao Yan suddenly recalled the giant black bird and bronze warship he saw a month ago. Barbarian Domain, Northern Barbarian King Palace. Xiao Yan looked into the distance with blank eyes and couldn't help but mutter to himself. At the same time, a young man was also looking at the vast night sky from an abandoned stone ruin that was an unknown distance away from where Xiao Yan was. "I've been cultivating in Forest Domain for a month." The young man suddenly sighed and said to himself, "I'm afraid that Man Li and I are in the same region. This bastard." With a bitter smile, a layer of hatred gradually appeared in the young man's eyes. "Man Li, you want to kill me, and I want your head. This is where you will die." As he spoke, the young man gradually calmed down. The faint moonlight scattered on the young man's body. His delicate and pretty face was very attractive. Only his long and narrow eyes contained some coldness. The barbarian region. I also share more audio content and updates on my website. Feel free to check the link in the description if you're interested.